Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're a family channel now. In today's video, we're going to be speaking about the best LinkedIn lead generation strategy for SMMA owners moving into 2024. So I actually ran my own agency for about 3 years and we were averaging 6 figures every single year. And there were 3 main steps that I implemented in order to have success. Yes, it was 3 main steps that I'm actually going to take you guys through today, which is going to help you leverage LinkedIn to generate leads efficiently, effectively, and in a non-salesy, non-annoying way. So phase number 1 is actually to create your avatar or your ICP, like your ideal client persona, whatever you want to call it. The best way to do this is to Google like client persona templates or quizzes, and you can find a bunch of free stuff online. So I have one here from one of my programs, and it works through both the surface level questions and also the emotional drivers and that side of things. With the surface level stuff, this is going to be everything that's going to translate onto your searches when we look at LinkedIn's free platform and then also on Sales Navigator. You want to go through everything from industry, geographical location, the company headcount that this person belongs to. Are they working by themselves? Are they in a huge company? The level of their seniority, what is their title at work, etc. What language do they speak? Like all of these things, the things that we need to know when it comes to surface level stuff. And then when it comes to the emotional drivers, what are their main struggles? Like what are the main pain points that they deal with? Is it that they're working too much time, spending too much time in their business instead of working on their business? Should they be delegating or outsourcing certain things that maybe your agency has services for? All the stuff like that. So that is step number 1. Aside from the 3 steps that we're going to cover in today's video, there are 3 things that are key when it comes to running a successful social media marketing agency. And those 3 things are leads, conversion, and then retention. I ran a LinkedIn marketing agency for 3 years until I decided to switch to a consulting model. And at the very beginning, I was using cold methods of outreach. So cold calling, I was actually door knocking before I started that business. So I was used to like just this rejection of speaking out to lots of numbers and then hoping for a small conversion, but I was just sick of it. So I ended up switching to doing LinkedIn, which is still cold outreach, but I felt like you could quickly turn a prospect warm through your profile, the content that you post, become top of mind for somebody so that even if they're not a right fit in that moment that you reach out to them, it could be that they become a good potential fit at some point in the future. HubSpot have actually created a guide to help you implement everything that you learn in this video, which is called How to Use LinkedIn for Business and Marketing. The guide goes over all of the most important things you need to know, from how to set up a company page, how to optimize your profile rank for LinkedIn searches, and how to set up your LinkedIn advertising account. There's also a more specific guide linked within the resource. To grab the resource, click on the link below in the description, add it to your device, and then start taking action as soon as you finish this video. Moving on to step number 2, this is going to be your outbound efforts. So when it comes to your outbound stuff, the first step is always going to be a connection request. You might engage with some of their content prior to this and have multiple touch points, but I'm going to keep it very simple for this video. So we're going to do our connection requests. If we look at LinkedIn free, let's say that I'm searching for real estate agents. I actually already did this example earlier. So I'm going to search this, and then I'm going to click on people. And then what it's going to show me in this rail now are the different filters that we can apply without having Sales Navigator. You'll also see here that there's 12 additional advanced filters if you have Sales Nav, but I'm going to just run through the LinkedIn free because that's most applicable to everybody watching the video. And what we'll see is it's just showing me people that are real estate agents. We've got 1.8 million results. So what I want to do is click on all filters, and I'm going to narrow this result number down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on second connections. When you are first starting on LinkedIn, or generally speaking when it comes to lead generation, you want to increase your chances of having success when it comes to somebody accepting your connection request as much as possible. And having mutual connections is something that will do this for you. So if somebody sees your name come up for the first time, but you have 12 people in common, they're more likely to accept you than if you're a complete stranger with no mutuals. So second connections, I'm going to say that they are based in, let's go United Kingdom. that they talk about hashtag real estate in their content, so that their profile language is in English. Let's just see how many results we get. So 137 results. If I did the same search in the US, we'd have thousands, but UK, we've got 137. And then what I'm going to do is go down this list and I'm going to open up a bunch of these people onto new tabs and see who might be a good fit from going through their profile. If you've done your avatar worksheet correctly, you should have been compiling a list of some example profiles that are really like an ideal client for you. Another way of doing this, if you're a little bit further along and you already have some clients, choose a client which is the most perfect fit and break them down into like an avatar worksheet. So like, what attributes do they have specifically? And that will help you figure out who the ideal kind of person is that you're looking for when it comes to who they are within the company. Are they a managing director? Are they an agent? Are they an investor? Blah, 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 blah. So I would go down this list and I would select some people that were a really good fit, and then I want to reach out to them for the first time. So say Rich Wharton is an ideal client for me. I'm going to open up his profile in a new tab and I'm going to look for something in common or a touch point that I can use to send him a personalized connection request. We have 300 characters that we can use. All we need to do is click on more. If you ever see the follow button, it's because somebody's changed the settings to show follow as the initial like call to action on a profile. Just click on more and then go on connect and then go on add a note. And then you can see we've got 300 characters that we can add in here. What I would do is I would look down here. We're part of a bunch of the same groups, helping people sell their properties. Dubai, I live in Dubai. Maybe that's something in common. I love building new relationships. Please reach out and have a chat. I could even just use that to get in there. But yeah, have a look down their profile, see what you could use, and then personalize that connection request. A template would look something like, hey, Rich, I came across your profile when I was looking for agents that work in luxury real estate. I also love to connect with new people and build relationships. Let's connect, from Natasha. If you have space, you can put in maybe a little question there, but I usually don't like to allude to anything salesy in the first touch point. I just want to build rapport. So I just want to connect with that person. Like, the aim of the connection request is to connect with them, not to sell them. And that's the biggest mistake that so many people make when it comes to LinkedIn, from beginners to like seasoned LinkedIn outreachers. So that is step number 2. Step number 3 is to optimize for inbound. So when it comes to lead generation, we have a 2-way traffic flow. We've got outbound, which is us going out to other people to try and get them into our pipeline. And then we have inbound, which is people coming to us. So the different ways that somebody could come across you is maybe a Google search and your LinkedIn profile comes up, or a piece of content that you've created on LinkedIn comes up because it's related to the search term that they've used. It could be a direct search within LinkedIn for somebody who is working in a profession. Maybe they're seeking somebody who offers your product or service. Or it could be your content is on their feed. So maybe you have a mutual and that person interacts with your content and then it shows up on their homepage as well. So what we need to do when it comes to optimizing for inbound are a few things. You need to optimize your personal profile page for keywords. You need to make sure that anybody else, if you do have a larger team, is optimized as well, primarily like leadership roles, and anybody that is in a sales outbound position, make sure that their profiles are also optimized. You'll probably have a lot of the same keywords. So if you have like a list of 10 to 15, 10 to 20 keywords, you can share that internally with the team and make sure that everybody is optimizing for the same kind of stuff. Then we have the company page, make sure that that is set up and also optimized for keywords. And then we want to create SEO optimized content. The best website that I always recommend for this is answerthepublic.com. So what I've got here is a search that I've already ran, which is I entered LinkedIn as the keyword, United Kingdom as the location, and then the language in English. And what you'll see here is 391 results for LinkedIn. We have the prepositions will, why, are, can, how, who, which, where, when, what. And what it shows you is the darker the shade of orange is the most searched question after that preposition. And if you click on it, it will open up on a search engine like Google. It will show you on Google all of the search results on that most searched question in your location for your keywords, which I think is pretty cool. So LinkedIn, who viewed my profile, let's pick let me go onto the list view, the data view, how LinkedIn works. So we click on that And then we see all of the results that come up for LinkedIn. And you see all the YouTube videos as well. So if you're on YouTube, or this is what I do, like if I want to have a look at what people are searching the most, and then I have a look at all of the other content that is my competition, and I use it to see what has done the best, and then I do something original around it. So I just see the topic, the theme, what's been done very well, and then you can use that as inspiration or as a guide to create more optimized content. So that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, please leave a thumbs up on the video if you're feeling generous, and leave any questions for me in the comments. Also, make sure that you download the HubSpot resource to take action on what you've learned today straight after the video, and I will see you next time.